Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today to present Mushlabs. Um, I think it's very important for me to be able to talk about how we see the future of food. Mushlabs is a company that is rethinking not only how food should be consumed, but more effectively how food should be produced. Um, I'm very happy to see that sustainability and climate action is taking center stage at NOAH this year, and rightfully so. As we speak, almost 15% of the man-made greenhouse gas emissions are produced by the livestock farming. To put that in perspective, this is slightly lower than the whole transport system. Livestock farming uses around 80% of agricultural land, but at the same time only produces around 17% of the calories that people consume worldwide. This, in our opinion, is catastrophic because this is leading to a lot of deforestation. More importantly, this is leading to almost 1 billion people in the world right now who don't have enough access to sustainable and healthy food. And at Mushlabs, we think that the future is in mushrooms. Mushrooms are amazing organisms in nature. They create their own kingdom. They're not in the animal kingdom, they're not in the plant kingdom. Why do we love mushrooms? Because they holistically have a huge nutritional balance. They have amazing proteins, an amazing quality of protein. Very nicely as well, they have an amazing content of fibers. And over the last 10 years, we are starting really to understand what fibers mean in our health and our nutrition, what prebiotics and fibers can do in terms of our gut microbiota, how can they fight off pathogens, how can they help you increase your immunity. On top of this, we have a lot of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that one can find in mushrooms. So this is really a holistic approach to nutrition. And at the same time, mushrooms can literally grow everywhere in the world. But there's more to mushrooms than meets the eye. What we usually buy in supermarkets is the fruiting body. We see it in supermarkets and street markets. Everyone has had it in their plates and salads. But below that and before that, there are mushroom roots that are indulged in the soil, that are growing over a period of time. As I said, they cannot create their own food, but they create the dynamo of the mushroom. What they do through evolution is they secrete enzymes into the soil, break down any organic material around them in the soil, and then use that to feed off of it. After a certain period of time, this transfers into a fruiting body in nature. What we do at Mushlabs is very much focused on the mycelium. We take this mycelium, put it in bioreactors in the lab, and grow it on byproducts from the agri-food industry to create alternative foods. This is potentially how we see the future of food. So basically, we are collecting cells from edible mushrooms. We combine them with agri-food byproducts, and over a period of only 3 to 4 days, we are able to grow them and then subsequently harvest them. From a sustainability perspective, this is 10 times faster than just growing a normal mushroom. In 4 days, we get biomass or cells or ingredients. Compared to animals, a beef or a cow needs 3 to 5 years to grow. Compared to soy takes around 140 days to grow and be harvested. So we are not only cutting down the time, we are producing it in a very controlled environment. We are using way less land since we grow everything vertically. We are repurposing a lot of the water that we use in our systems. And most importantly, we can grow it all year long, every day in and out, which means we are in control of the whole process, which means that as the need and the demand for alternative proteins increases, we are able as a company to be in control of the supply. But this is the process from a tech perspective, mimicking literally everything that is happening in nature, putting it in the lab to make it more efficient, to make it more effective. But what do we get out of it? 4 days later, this is what we get. This is for us a Powerbomb. It has around 30% protein, it has around 50% fibers, it has vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, in certain extents, even more potassium than you would find in a banana. And this also has its structure, has a very strong body where you can create products on, and has a very distinct umami taste. This is what we do from a biotech perspective in the company. And after that, we move to food. And I say that very carefully because we try to be more food-driven, more emotionally driven in food rather than being more tech-driven in food. So we take these ingredients and we recreate products that we know. In that instance, one of the biggest differentiators that we are able to create as a company is the cooking experience and the feeling that you have when you're cooking at home. I originally come from Lebanon, so for me, my mother's cooking is here and everything else is here. So it's very important for me in a cooking experience to get the aroma, to get the feeling that you're cooking something natural, that you're cooking something you can understand. And with that, we are opening a new dimension in food and biotech to be able to recreate all of these things. But more importantly, and not only over cooking experience, we are able to create products that then go into cleaner labels. In that instance, and this is one of our products, which is a meatball, we have created it with 4 ingredients. And that is mainly based on around 70 to 80% of the biomass that we create in the lab. The aroma, the taste, the texture is all coming from within. The fluffiness of meatballs, the juiciness of meatballs is all from the mycelium and the roots themselves without having to add any fat. This is what we do on a daily basis. We are working at the moment on meat alternatives. We are a team of around 50 people coming from 20 different nationalities, all with a purpose and a mission to rethink how food should be consumed. Very importantly, a lot of people have different perceptions of food. So we are here to really think, what does the Lebanese person in the company look at food, in which direction? How do they perceive food? How do the people from France in the company perceive food? So we are able to create a technology really that allows us to address different cultures and different traditions. But we are very data-driven, we are very biotech-driven, and for that reason, we are also very amazed about what fungi and mushrooms can give us. There's almost 2.2 million species of fungi in nature. This is 6 times more than plant species worldwide. Out of these, we have more than 2,300 edible mushrooms. So you can imagine, as a company being very data-driven, as we unlock fungi, and as we tap into this kingdom and the potential and possibilities of this kingdom, we are able to recreate foods not only in the meat sector, but across completely different segments. With that, I'll stop. I'm happy to get in touch with anyone who's interested to know more. We are currently looking to fundraise, so also anyone who's interested in being in our journey and is purpose and mission driven, more than happy to get in contact with you. Thank you.